Oh, dirty mouse. That's just crazy. I'll see you
I'll
later.
see you, Jack. Oh, hey, let me tell you about our group project. In our group is myself, Jack Green, Matthew Burke, and Jack Hathaway. And what we are focusing on is medicine in the Middle Ages. The Middle Ages went from 476 AD to the Renaissance, and medicine struggled, particularly because they don't have the same things we have today. The first part, Hathaway will focus on how the gods affected medicine. Then Matt Burke will talk about the specifics in surgery, and I will mention how the bubonic plague affected medicine and just touch up on what the Romans did that the Middle Ages didn't.
What? And then you went bar dizzy? Hathy, you're a beauty.
Hey guys, I'm Jack Hathaway. Today I'm going to talk about how medicine in the Middle Ages was impacted a lot by religion. So doctors during the Middle Ages, they tended to be religious figures, sometimes even priests. So normal cures and medicines that we would use today were seen as witchcraft back then. So they would never use those. If you were sick, thought you were a horrible person, you're being punished by God. So during surgery, since they didn't use normal practices, many different ways and ways that people today would seem like crazy to us were used. So I'm going to turn it over to Matt to talk more about surgery.
Thanks, Jack. Surgery in the Middle Ages was just disgusting. So back then, they didn't have the modern medicine practices that we did. So their traditional surgeries were just crazy nowadays. Looking back on it, if somebody had a headache, instead of giving them a prescription or some kind of actual medical treatment, they would drill a hole into somebody's skull because they thought that would let out the demons. Another thing that happened in medieval medicine was there were these things called the four biles. These were the fluids that were found in the human body, and whichever one you had more of in your body, they thought that would dictate what your character was as a person.
Oh, hey there. I'm Jack Green. Let me tell you some fun facts about the medieval medicine times. Now, back in the day, they believed that the old urine was a cure. So if you get stabbed or something, they just take a thing of urine, pour it all over. Now, they also believed that your body was made up of fire, water, air, and earth. Now, so because of this, they believed that the moon had a great effect on these elements. So for surgery and stuff, the astronomy would take a huge part in the surgery.
Hi, I'm Eric Mawson. In the Middle Ages, women had about the same role men did in medicine. What they would do is they had three specific titles for them: a nurse, a practitioner, or a midwife. And what they would do, they would specifically tend to women, and they were specifically called on to look over women in all medical purposes. Oh, sorry guys. So the bubonic plague in medicine, most practitioners did not know how to treat the bubonic plague, so most of them just kind of prayed and said, well, it's a curse on you. They didn't do much to control the outbreak, and the outbreak was spread through rats, and as we know, the Black Death was terrible for everyone in the Middle Ages.
Hey Moss, can we have a moment?
Why, of course. So the last thing I want to talk to you guys about today is the comparison of Greek medicine to medieval medicine. Throughout the period in the Roman Empire, all these Greeks made such contributions to medicine and threw out so many new ideals, where as soon as the Roman Empire fell, medicine just kind of seemed to go on hold. It simply retrogressed. Due to all the problems such as the Black Death and the Crusades, they didn't have enough time to make any sort of advancements, putting just medicine on a pause at hold.